What's up, everyone? Jeremy here from RC Nightmare, bringing you my final review of the Turnigy Trailblazer XT 1/5 scale. It comes in tips the scale at just about 300 bucks. Excuse me, in total cost. It's what they would call a 5th scale. I would call it more like an extra large A scale or perhaps a 7th scale. But it comes ready to go with an 80 amp ESC, which could be a little small with that's 4S capable. Large oil fill shocks, aluminum alloy drive shafts, 3mm aluminum chassis, front and rear sway bars, and ball bearings all around. So it's got some good engineering and decent parts right out of the box. Also comes with a 2.4 gigahertz radio and receiver should you choose to get the ready to run version. Obviously it's full-time 4-wheel drive, 3-diff transmission, 1500 kV brushless motor. This thing does get up and run. It's it was actually really fun to drive. If there weren't durability issues, this truck I would have been driving a lot longer. It's a waterproof, dustproof, sealed gearbox, 4 bevel gears, and ball bearings. I think I mentioned that the ball bearings are all around. High torque metal gear servo. The servo actually seemed okay on it. You know, generally I like to just get an overpowered, like an overpowered servo, just so I know it's not an issue. But you know, for this little Turnigy, it comes with basically a fly sky remote, and at the price point, everything technology-wise, I think was right on par. So let's get to the final score as we see the wheel falling off here in my running video.
All right, now that we've gone through the specs, let's get right into my final scoring system. So now that I've been doing my new style of reviews, and please give me feedback on it, trying to be a little bit more specific and try to give you real actionable advice at the end of them. So we've got 7 categories that I'm going to score it on, and then basically it'll fall into would recommend, meaning I'd buy it and I'd be happy telling just about anybody else to buy it. Solid kit, meaning I'd buy it happily again, or and I feel recommending it to some people would be all right. Then you've got needs improvement, meaning, you know, if you're into it for a project, you don't mind dealing with some things here and there, it might be okay for you. And then stay away, which is a score of 21 and below, which just, you know, means exactly what I said it means. Stay away from it. So as you can see, I've got the tires off on this side. Still worried about trying to find the pin. You know, I've got the bearings and everything for them. But again, you know, we'll get right into it. So durability. Let me be very clear. So I'm not going to let the fact that both tires fell off while I was driving it hurt its overall durability. I think I had enough time running it and enough kind of like hand time on it to give it a very fair score. I think of, I'm going to get 3.5. I think they call this A scale. I would call it, or a 5th scale, they actually call this. I would call this 8th scale plus, maybe 7th scale. You know, you've got the 1500 kV motor, and, you know, it can get up and go. Of all the Hobby King stuff I bought way back in, I think, December, I'm finally getting to the reviews now, this one I have the highest hopes for, and this one might actually be a keeper. It's very inexpensive fix, and you know, it seemed very well. It seemed to perform very well. Electronics, I alluded to that before. I thought they were well matched. The thing got up and went on a 4S. Very quick, very fun. I almost ran into myself a couple times, so that's going to give it a 4. Value, again, which is where all these Hobby King products are going to shine. I think, you know, you still have plastic shocks that are painted blue, so they look aluminum. You still have kind of the cheapo Hobby Wing ESC. You still have, you know, it's not like you've got premium stuff here for your money, but they do give you the illusion of kind of the higher end 5th scale RCs. And, you know, I think that is why it scores well for value. And before I keep going all the way down, I predict it's going to end up in the either needs improvement or low solid kit area. I've been testing out this new scale, and it actually seems to be fitting. There haven't been a lot of kits that I've had to like veto my final score. Fun factor, this is going to score, again, a 4. I thought it was super fun. It was very quick. I mean, if you've never driven like a larger scale RC, obviously, like they call this fifth scale. You've seen our Losi 5 or even the HPI Baja. Those are real fifth scale. This is like the fifth scale of a mini real car or something like that. But it still has all the fun parts of driving a larger scale RC. You just feel like you're driving way faster. You feel the jumps feel way more intense. You know, you're kicking up a ton of gravel. It's just fun. And any large scale RC is going to be, in my opinion, you know, other than scaling or crawling, the bigger the better. So a solid 4 there. Now part support, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 2 because it's very difficult to actually determine which parts you need. It takes several weeks to get them. And when you order them, you're going to want to order extras or additional parts around it, or, you know, like when I order these, it's like, okay, I'm going to order A-arms too, because I think those are going to break very soon. I'm going to order hubs too, just because I don't want to wait when those break. And that's all stuff that you would normally do, even like on a Traxxas product, how I'll say, you know, wait till it breaks, then upgrade to RPM. Same thing with this, except, you know, you've got a 6 to 8 week downtime. Well, like here in Wisconsin, the summer is only 4 or 5 months long, so I can't have my kits down that long. Uniqueness, I don't know. I think it scores a little bit better than terrible. You know, I think a 3. I mean, it's basically a stretched out 8-scale buggy. They call it a truggy, but I don't know. It's a buggy to me. I mean, it's just got like these wideners on here, so it looks a little bit more like a truck. But, you know, overall, I think there's not a lot like it. There's certainly not anything in the U.S. market that's similar in size to it. So a 3 out of 5, I think, is fair. And then going with upgradability, where these always suffer, I'm going to give it a 2. The electronics, and part of the upgradability is simply, well, you paid, I think this is like around $350. I forgot, I said it earlier in the video. You know, you paid that. Do you want to stick a Tekin, you know, $300 A-scale Tekin electronics setup in this? No, it just doesn't make sense. Is there a great place to find better shocks than this? No, there might be 1 or 2 options, and they're not easy to find. If you're like a hardcore RC guy and you don't mind digging around in forums and looking at this or that to figure out, well, what parts will work, you might be able to find something. But I'm lazy. We all know that. And I think most RC, you know, there's the hardcore people, which are actually probably a lot of you are, but then there's also people like me who just like to go out and rip around and have fun. And it's intimidating to try to look at like exploded views and order parts. And then if I want to make it go faster, do I really want to spend just as much as I spent on the whole kit on a castle system? Do I want to spend $100, $150 on aluminum shocks, you know, on a kit that's going to fall apart in a year? It's just not great. But I think it's going to end up with a very fair final score. You've got 4, 8, 12, 17, 19, 22.5. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, right in the needs improvement category, which, again, like I said, it comes off as negative, so maybe I will rename that category. It doesn't mean to not get it. It just means like you're going to have problems like where the wheels fall off, or you're going to have a problem where these shocks just aren't getting it done for the level of bashing you want to do. I mean, you buy a big ass kit like this, you want to bash it, man. You want to jump, you want to hit double jumps, you want to go to the BMX park and just crush it. You won't be able to do that with the Trailblazer XT out of the box. It just won't. It's not built for that. It's built to be big and drive fast. It's not a like built for hardcore bashing. Like I could pick up a Savage Flux HP and be like, yeah, this thing's gonna bash, you know. But overall, with a score of 22.5, if you're in, you know, if you're a budget guy, you want something big that you can wrench on, you're okay waiting a few weeks, or you're okay like shutting her down until you get to it in winter time and you do a major upgrade project, this is a fine truck for you. If you don't want to mess with all that, or you prefer to shop at your local hobby store or easily at like Tower Hobbies or A-Main or some of these other websites, it's not a great truck for you. So if you have the Trailblazer XT, certainly share I'd love to hear from you in the comment section down below. If you have any questions about what I mentioned in here, please post them there as well. If you're new to the channel, please take a second to quick subscribe. It's totally free, and then you get email updates when I upload new videos. And as you can see, I've got 5 brand new kits, some mystery kits from Axial behind me. I've got the brand new Ready to Compete 2022 TLR 22 truck. I've got awesome stuff coming out, so please subscribe so you can get notified when I upload that new video. And also, just take a second to turn that thumbs up like button green right below the video. It means a lot to me. It helps new people find the videos. It helps keep me going, and I just really appreciate it. So thanks for watching this video, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
What's up, everyone? I really hope you enjoyed the video. Take a moment to check out some of our most popular playlists, from RC reviews, RC tutorials, some of the most popular RC unboxing videos, and of course some of the most kick-ass running videos you'll find anywhere on YouTube. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to crush that subscribe button you'll find right here, and we'll see you again real soon.